Hi everybody, I'm in school today and there is this worksheet for your last lesson. It's called Bright Lights, and because I'm in school and I have the disposal of lab equipment, I thought I might just do this experiment for you. So the first part, as you see, there is a control. There is just one lamp connected to the AC supply, and then we are going to have all sorts of different combinations and look at the brightness of the lamps. Okay, so I have over here, this is our control one. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to just turn the power on. So I've turned the power on, so this is our control and this is the other one. So this power pack has got several outlets, so I can do all sorts of combinations. So they match, so these two are the same brightness. But what happens if I add another lamp in series to this one? So there's one more lamp in series. I haven't changed the voltage, so the voltage is the same, but I'm just adding another lamp in series, and so these are identical lamps. So the word identical, all these lamps are identical, so the word identical means the resistance is the same. So I hope you can see these. So turn that on, and do you notice that these two are much dimmer? So the reason why it happens is that the total voltage across this branch is the same, but the energy had to be shared between both the lamps, so they are dimmer. Okay, so each one only gets half the amount of energy, so that's why they're not as bright. Okay, I'll turn that off. And the next one is about connecting one of them in parallel to the other. So I have there. So this one is in series and this one's connected in parallel. So what happens if instead of series, they are connected in parallel to each other? So I haven't changed the voltage, so I'm going to turn that back on, and if you notice, they're all the same brightness. Okay, so each branch draws current as if the other branch was not there, and the voltage across both of them, all three of them, are the same. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And then the next one I'm looking at is if I have two of them in parallel, but I increase the voltage of the source. So here we go. So I've got a knob here. Of course, this one's gone out. If I increase the voltage of the source, these are going to get brighter. Okay, now, and then the other one is, increase the voltage of the source, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one more in series over here. So there's one more in series with the top branch. Now we're going to compare the brightness. I haven't changed the voltage after increasing it, so we just leave the voltage there. These things are a bit loose, so we'll get another wire. Hopefully that should work. Something not working here. But if I increase the voltage of that, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so if you see, the one with the series, both of them are dimmer compared to the one in parallel with both of them. So the one in parallel gets all the voltage from the battery, but the ones in series are dimmer because they've got to share that voltage. Okay, and then the last one is, just have to reconnect it all, is what happens if there is one of them in series with the source and the rest are in parallel. So here's the ones in series with the source, and this one's just in parallel with this one here. Which one happens? It's all a bit loose. Okay, here we go. So that one's in series and you notice that these two are much dimmer. The reason is this one, which is in series with the source, takes up some energy, and it's only the remaining energy that goes to the rest of the circuit. So that's the experimental demonstration for this worksheet. So I hope that made sense, and then I'll do a little talk about what is it that affects the brightness of any lamp. So the brightness of a lamp is all dependent on power, or power depends on brightness. The brighter the lamp, the more power there is it's consuming. And power also, you know, depends on two things. It depends on voltage and current. So higher the voltage and higher the current through anything, the greater the power. Okay, and power is also dependent on how much energy is used per second. So a more powerful lamp will use more energy per second compared to one that is less powerful. All right, so I hope that helped. Turn this off, turn the video off.